What's up everyone, Danny Linen back with another microphone review. Today we are checking out the SE Electronics SE7 small diaphragm condenser microphone, and this is how it sounds without the little foam windscreen. And this is how it sounds with the windscreen, which in my opinion darkens it up in kind of a nice way. I like the tone I'm getting, but there's one problem with this microphone, and that's Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Even with the windscreen, you're going to get some nasty pulses. So yeah, you might want to think about getting a pop filter. Alright, so let me get out my little homemade pop filter and say Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers. Peter Piper, Peter Piper, Peter Piper. Pulses are gone. Fix the problem, guys. So yeah, I feel like this is a very smooth, very detailed sounding microphone. The sibilance is not bad at all. So when you say your S sounds like silly cell seashell, silly cell seashell, silly cell seashells. The S sounds are there, but they're not harsh, they're not ear-piercing, they're not shrill, they're not really fatiguing on your ears, so that's a good thing. So another reason to have the pop filter or a windscreen is when you're talking close to someone and you breathe, it's going to pick up your breath, which is not lovely. So if you're close micing it and you add the little included windscreen, that should take care of most of the pulsives and most of the breathing problems, but you're still going to be like Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers, so you still might get some pulses if you're not good at saying your P's. If you have proper microphone technique, you can say Peter Piper picked a peck of peppers all day long and you're going to get none or very little. So if I were doing any type of professional work, if I were turning in some sort of voice acting script or something, I would make sure to run a pop filter with this one. Now, I have a semi-treated room, so we do get some of the reverb and stuff coming back into this microphone, so this one does pick up a little bit more room noise than some microphones. So I do hear some reverb coming in, a little bit more than on the normal microphone that I use in this room, that I can barely hear it. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the wind filter or the pop filter or the windscreen or whatever the heck you want to call it off again, and you're going to notice you're probably going to hear some little pulses, some breathing sounds and stuff like that. So we want you to get a good idea of what this is going to sound like with and without. Now, it's definitely picking up a lot more detail than it was a second ago. So if you want a more detailed sound, make sure you run it with a pop filter and no windscreen, because the windscreens do these little things, even though it's just a little bit of foam, they really do cut out a lot of the high end. So if you're somebody who has a lot of sibilance, you know, these will actually cut down the sibilance, or if you have a really high-pitched voice, these will kind of cut the high end down just a little bit. So there we heard some more noise. And right now we have the microphone almost exactly 5 inches away from my mouth. Alright, so let's go ahead and speak in our best voice so you can hear exactly how this sounds. And I think I pronounced that word right there just a little bit funny. Alright, let's go ahead and speak in our best voice with the little windscreen on. So this is what it sounds like in a really good speaking voice, trying to bring out all the details and stuff and things and thingy dingies, and yeah. Alright, so this is our nice speaking voice with the homemade pop filter. Yeah, I know I'm talking like a crazy person, but when I talk this way, it sounds pretty funny. We gotta put some sort of comedy in these things, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and do a keyboard test and see how much of the keyboard sound this thing picks up. We're on a mechanical keyboard, so we're typing away. We are typing away. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is it picking up the keyboard? I bet it is. I can almost guarantee you're hearing some keyboard sound because this is a very sensitive condenser microphone. Now we're going to go ahead and test the off-axis noise rejection. So check 1 2 1 2. We are turning the microphone over to the side. Check 1 2 1 2. I don't know if you're going to hear any handling noise or anything like that, but check 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. So yeah, that's basically the off-axis noise rejection right there. And yeah. Alright, so we're going to do a tap test to see if there's any resonance coming back into the microphone. So let's tap on the desk. I mean, you're definitely going to hear it a little bit because it's making sound, but let's go ahead and tap on the boom arm. Light taps. Let's tap on this. I'm hearing a little bit. There's no shock mount on this. Just remember, we're not running a shock mount on this microphone, so it's going to be more resonant than a microphone that does have a shock mount. But there we go. There's our resonance test. Honestly, I think that did a pretty good job for a microphone that does not have a shock mount. I mean, you could hear some noises, but there was no nasty, like ringing, resonating sounds or anything like that. So that's definitely a good thing. Let's do our best Optimus Prime impression. Autobots, roll out. Autobots, roll out. Autobots, roll out. Autobots, roll out. Alright, so let's go ahead and compare this to a couple of other microphones and see how it does. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. Now I am speaking into the Lauten LCT 440 pair large diaphragm condenser microphone, and this is the way it sounds, so let's switch. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. This is the Lauten LS 208 large diaphragm condenser microphone, and this is how it sounds, so let's go ahead and switch to another mic. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. This is the Shure SM7B, which is a really nice dynamic microphone. The rest of the microphones are condensers, but this one is a dynamic, and this is the way it sounds, so let's switch to the next microphone. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. Alright, so this is the TechZone Audio large diaphragm condenser microphone, and this thing sounds pretty darn good, so hey, this is how it sounds. Let's switch to the next microphone. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. This is the ProAR, or possibly proar, not really sure how you say it, large diaphragm condenser microphone. You can buy these on Amazon for usually around 40 bucks when they're on sale, which is really cool. And this is the way it sounds. I haven't got around to doing a review on this one yet, but I will be. So let's switch to the next mic. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. The Sennheiser MKE 600, which is another small diaphragm condenser microphone, but this one's actually a shotgun, so it's got the little tubes on the side that are designed to block out sounds, but indoors in a room with reverb, that can start causing some weird phasing issues and whatnot, so these aren't always the best choice for indoors. So yeah. Hey, this is how it sounds, so let's get back to the little SE Electronics. This is the SE Electronics SE7 small condenser microphone, so let's compare this to another mic. Alright, so I think this will be the last microphone in today's test, but this is the way the Rode NT1 5th generation sounds, and let's go ahead and switch on back to the SE Electronics SE7. Alright, now we are back on the SE Electronics SE7 small diaphragm condenser pencil microphone, and I think this microphone sounds really good. And you just got to hear it versus a whole bunch of other microphones, and I'm going to tell you what, I really like this microphone. I think it's plenty detailed, it has a very natural sound overall, but you probably should be using at least a pop filter or a good windscreen with this because it does have a pulsive problem. But besides that, I think this little microphone is excellent. Now, if we move this little microphone to where it's about 8 inches away, we no longer have the breathing or the pulsive problem, so that's something you guys might want to think about. So, Peter Piper picked a pack of peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of peppers. But if you're recording in a room like this that's only semi-sound treated, the further away, the more reverb and room noise you're going to pick up because you got to crank the gain up higher. So that's just something to think about. But further away, this microphone does have a very nice, very natural sound, but you're probably hearing a lot of room reverb right now. Alright, so in my honest opinion, this is a really great sounding microphone. It has a really nice natural sound. It picks up a nice amount of detail. It's just a really good sounding microphone. You do got to watch out for the pulsives. You got to watch out for the breathing sounds when you have it nice and close. And overall though, I think just about anybody would be very happy with this, especially for something that runs right around $100. That's a really cheap price tag for a nice sounding microphone. In the video's description, you'll find some links to where you can get a pop filter, this microphone, other microphones, and all kinds of other good stuff, so check that out. You also see my other YouTube channels, my Discord server, some more ways to help support the channel, and a bunch of other stuff down there in the description, so drop that down, check that out, and we will catch you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lightning out. See ya.